Time and space, time and space, we not in the race. Listen, truth is I just listen to the signs, so I don't get behind, cleanse my mind, so I'm giving gratitude for
Divine day, all my beautiful souls. I love y'all, love y'all, love y'all. Sending y'all peace, prosperity, abundance of any and everything you desire. Continue to manifest your reality. Continue to live in your truth. Continue to love you and others unconditionally. Gratitude for another beautiful day in the desert. I am out here enjoying another wonderful and amazing day as usual. And if y'all can't see, or if y'all can't tell, I am now standing on our new road. We have a road now on our property. Kind of walk to the entrance so you can see the new entrance. But yeah, if you watch any previous videos, you'll see where, well, I can show you on this video. But anyway, yeah, so I'm ecstatic about this. Like, I wanted to at least drive up on the property and, you know, versus like coming straight from the street to the property. Like, I wanted a little driveway or something, you know, so yeah, got a driveway, got a whole street right now. So this our new entrance. Well, that's the first entrance, or the old entrance, main street right there. And we go down that way and turn in down there. But now we'll be coming here. Sorry, I don't know why I'm out of breath. Coming here, making a left, then make a right here on the property. So yeah, this is our new street, road, whatever you want to call it. I'm so country. So yeah, you remember the wash that was right here. So the gentleman that did this road for us, he, you know, sealed that right on up for us, so we no longer have a wash going across our property. Well, we have this right here, but as far as a connection, no. So yeah, we'll get that cleared out later on. But yeah, so it's a nice length to get to the property now. So in the future, our next step is open up this fence a little to come about right here to outline like the wash. We'll stop it about right here, and we're gonna put a gate. We have a gate here, and we're gonna open that up along here, the side right here. So yeah, once we open that up, well, once we put a gate here, we'll have all this right here open. And the reason I'm saying that, because we had a different layout for the cabin home, but because of now, with the having to get a septic installed, we had to change our plans for our land, our plans on how we was gonna do things or whatever. But anyway, I hope everyone's doing amazing today. I am doing great out here. Like I said, this is like my first day really walking on the road because it's been raining like crazy out here. I don't know if you can see, still kind of muddy, clayish looking over here. But yeah, so we got a new road. It feels good today. Like, we literally been stuck in a camper because of the rain, and it's been cold. I mean, yeah, I have a light hoodie on right now, but yeah, it's been really cold and rainy. I'm like, yep. We even had snow over there on those mountains at the tip, not like, you know, far down the elevation, but yeah, the tip of the mountain had a little snow on it. I'm so excited to see the snow in the winter, so I'm ready for it. Just don't come down here, but I'm ready to experience it from the mountains. But yeah, so this is the original entrance right here. Y'all seeing the main street right here. And so this would no longer be. So with that being said, we had our home marked over here. Our cabin home marked over here. Like, this was one side of it, and it was gonna go a long ways that way. But now, since the septic has to go somewhere right here, they came here and dug up the other day to test the soil. But yeah, it's going to be somewhere up in here, so we will no longer be able to drive and come in that way. So now we have to put the cabin home somewhere about right here, and it'll have to go this way, meaning this will be our new front yard. I didn't really want to like have the wash to look at like coming out my front door, so that's why we're gonna just put the fence here, and we're gonna still clean it up, so shouldn't be too bad. But yeah, the home will be here now versus long ways that way. So now the camper is technically in our backyard. That was our neighbors stopped by, whatnot. But yeah, so now we know how we want to do the cabin home and everything of that nature. So and we know where the septic is going to go. So that's out the way. Now we just have to clear this area and get our foundation prepared. Of course, after the septic is done, but that's going to be our next step. So today I'm going to speak about a few things, a few questions that I had pertaining to getting off grid property, pertaining to, you know, even how to get started with, you know, moving off grid. So I'm just going to tell you how we got started, you know, some of the things that we did to get to this point. Okay, family, so first thing first, when starting your off-grid property, you want to, of course, know, you know, your land, like where are you gonna start your plot, start your off-grid, you know, what landscape, you know, what do you want your scenery to look like. So I'm gonna be honest, I imagine mountains. I didn't think we was gonna choose the desert, because we had a few states that we wanted to, you know, try out, you know. But we chose the desert. You know, we're very familiar with, you know, AZ and everything like that, the heat and all that. So that's why we chose this land. But yeah, so choosing your land, your location, actually going out and view the land, you know, not just take it for the pictures online, actually go out and make a trip. I think the land was 3 hours from where we were residing at, you know, down in the valley in Phoenix. So we had to make a few trips up here, actually make a few trips to, you know, walk the land and to, you know, to feel it, you know, to see if this where we really want to be. So during that time, we checked the land out. We also checked around the surrounding area, look for, you know, any grocery stores, any service stations, anything of that nature. But with us, of course, no grocery stores are near here. We have Walmart and a Home Depot, both 25 minutes each direction. So we're like situated in a nice location here with our property. So yeah, look at your property. Yeah, check your property, check the location. I did a lot of history on this particular area before, you know, we really chose it, you know, because I want to be sure that, oh, look at that butterfly. I want to be sure that, you know, we're comfortable here, and, you know, this is what we want to do. But anyway, secured the land, came out, take a look at the land, you know, take a look at the area surrounding the land. We drove down a few of these streets, you know, to check the area, the property, you know, your neighbors, you know. So next, you want to think about, you know, your dwelling. Are you going to get a home built on your land? Are you going to do a container route, a prefabricated home, camper or RV full-time? Definitely think about that. So we decided to go the cabin home route. We was initially going to take the container home, but the container homes in the US are very expensive. The cheaper ones are overseas, and I didn't want to deal with customs and getting the home from the LA ports to here. So we, you know, chose an alternative route, which is a cabin home. So here in the local area, they do cabin homes, shed homes, things of that nature. So of course, just get the shell. We still have to do the whole inside, the installation, the walls, all of that. But I mean, it's gonna be fun. So that's the way we're going. But yeah, make sure you secure how you want to live on your land. You know, with that, make sure you get the proper permits. Check the permits of the county, the state. You know, all that. You're gonna have to have all that. I mean, of course, a lot of people are like, oh, you have to. I don't want to shortcut anything because I don't want any fines. I don't want none of that. So I want to do it the right way the first time and let it be. But yeah, so make sure you get all your permits for your home. You know, whatever home you choose. You know, to build on your homestead. Next thing you wanna be mindful about are your utilities. Water source. You know, how would you get your electricity? How would you dump your waste from your camper or, you know, whatever you're residing in until your home get built or anything of that, you know, nature. So utilities. Our utilities, we thought about, like I said, power, gas generator, solar panel. For the desert, the sun, you're always going to get solar light unless it's cloudy out here. You're always going to get solar electricity. So that was definitely a plus out here. The water source in our area, it's a lot of people that live off grid. A lot of people that live off grid, and water is very easy to obtain here. There's 2 water pumps that we know of here. Very easy to get to, in less than 5 minutes from here. Fill it up, bring it back home, and you know you got water in your camper in less than 30 minutes type thing, you know, the whole process. But yeah, so secure your water, secure where you want to dump your waste. Some people, I've heard they do, like, some people would dig small quote-unquote landfill or whatever on their property and to dump their, not their black waste, but like the gray water from the sinks and things of that nature. But for your, if you live in the camper, for your black tank, your waste, you'll have to find a dumping station in the area that allows you to just go, you know, transport your waste to the dumping station. So dumping station for your waste, electricity, solar generator, water, get a water tank. With us, we had to get a water jug, about 45 gallons, to transport our water until we get our home actually on the property. So figure out how you're gonna get water back and forth to your property, you know. So that's another thing you definitely have to work. Another thing that we had to, you know, be aware of is the weather. And I'm gonna say that because we came out here during the summertime and the springtime of earlier this year, sorry, and the weather was always nice. It was always sunny out here. It was hot, you know. So with the change of season, with us now moving out here, we noticed that it gets very windy out here. We put a fence up. This fence has came down probably twice since we've been here. No, I'm lying. 1.5 time, because the second time all of it didn't go down. But anyway, make sure you know about the weather in your area. Make sure you be aware. I've been asking locals in our area about, you know, does it snow out here, and you know, how's the winter and things like that. As of now, it's pretty, like I said, mild. We did have a cold front come a few days ago and dump, like I said, had us in the house for a good 3 days, you know, and rainy, cloudy, so we wasn't receiving solar, so we did spend a little bit more on gas. So that's another thing to worry about. If you are using solar, think about cloudy, rainy days, you know, when the sun, you know, just not beaming on, you know, on the property enough to provide solar for the solar panel. But anyway, so yeah, think about that. Food. Where you gonna be getting food, your food source. Like I mentioned earlier, there's a Walmart and many other grocery stores within 25-30 minutes, both direction for us. So be mindful of where you're going, you know, make sure you have all your proper resources and you can get to things, you know, very easy. So another thing you have to think about, along with the utilities, is the septic. You know, septic takes time. You know, you have to find, of course, a contractor that, you know, does the permits for you. It has to be correct and things of that nature. So you definitely have to get a contractor to do your septic, come survey the land to make sure that your soil, you know, you can put a septic, you know, on your property. So definitely think about that. And it requires permits. So off-grid definitely, like I said, requires permits. So make sure you check all the permits that you'll be needing with us, along with, you know, permits for our foundation, our home, our septic. You also have to have a permit, of course, for the camper and sand off. You know, not saying everybody does it, but you know, I want to be right. You know, I want to make sure everything's good. I don't want to have any fines coming later on down the road. I'm trying to do everything the right way and let it be, you know, so I don't have to worry about it anymore. So yeah, septic, make sure you get someone, a professional, to do it for you. But yeah, I think I've answered, I guess, the questions that I can answer right now. A lot of things haven't revealed itself just to get towards us. Like, we're still in the kind of in the waiting stage right now. I told you we can't do too much until the septic gets completed, get started and get completed. So the next few weeks are going to be, you know, changing our driveway, moving it from there to there, changing the whole fence layout. The whole fence layout would be totally different. So yeah, but I enjoyed you all. I hope you can use some of those tips that I gave you all. But yep, love y'all. Sending y'all light, abundance, joy, peace, any and everything you desire. Stay blessed.